Hello everyone, welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and this is finally the release, the launch, the creation of our YouTube channel, which is going to be hosting all of our episodes as well as the podcast feeds going forward. So you'll be having one more area to check out our show. But what exactly is this show? What exactly is this creation? For those of you who may not know, this is a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon TTRPG actual play podcast. I'm going to summarize Pokemon real quick for those of you who don't know. It's a series of role-playing games focusing on different characters traveling across a region, which is kind of like a country, as they accomplish whatever goal they have. The most popular versions of the games, and the ones that you're probably most familiar with, are where trainers train Pokemon as they eventually aim to be the champion of the region. Think Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow in the olden days, and Scarlet and Violet more recently. The Pokemon franchise, though, has created a number of spin-offs that take the normal Pokemon formula and twist it in an interesting new way. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon has you become a Pokemon and tracks your adventure as that single Pokemon. The games show off a world of Pokemon and only Pokemon, building communities and thriving towns of their own. The TTRPG system that we use in this story was made by yours truly and helped playtest by all of the different characters we've had. And we've been improving this system throughout the adventure, which you'll quickly notice once you start listening to the episodes. This is the backlog, basically, of the show. And if you're still listening to this, if this is still active, we're currently uploading older episodes, kind of like the podcast was brand new. So Arc 0 is already out, and very quickly we'll be releasing episodes twice a week, catching up to the main feed, which is currently all the way in Arc 7 right now, so it's definitely far ahead. If you want to listen to the show like it's a brand new podcast, just subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out episodes when they come out. You'll be enjoying the adventure, you'll be learning as we go along, and you'll be listening to it as if you were joining us from the very beginning. Or you can use the various links that are all over the place to jump to the podcast feed and listen to it at your own leisure, catching all the way up to the very end. But suppose you don't want to listen to all of the older episodes, and frankly, I get it, there's a lot of episodes to listen to. You want a quick, easy way of catching up without having to listen to the currently 120 plus episodes that we've got so far. Fine, we've got a strategy for you. We've developed arc summary episodes, which are basically taking the entire plotline of each arc and summarizing it down to a more digestible size, kind of like a standard podcast length. Then you can listen to each of those summary episodes that we've got currently from Arc 0 through Arc 6, and boom, you're caught up basically with everybody else. Right now, as of this recording, Arc 7 is very early on, so if you binge through the summary episodes, you'll already be at Arc 7, Episode 1, and can listen in basically like everybody else is. So, whether you want to listen to everything like a brand new podcast here on the YouTube channel, you want to listen to it casually wherever you listen to your podcast feeds, or you can use the arc summary episodes to jump straight to where we are, there's so many ways to listen to this show, which is currently going through some really interesting changes, though, frankly, the way that the story has gone, there have been interesting changes all the time. Thank you so much for listening, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you so much for supporting in any way, shape, or form that you do. And until you join us in the Alchas Region, take care.